Well, is rallycross a safe sport?
Rallycross is an extremely safe sport. We have not had any safety incidents or anything like that. It's not like Daytona where you're seeing cars crash out at every race multiple times per race.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, babies in their diapers, welcome to the Tiberius Show with your host, Tiberius Boy.
That's me, Tiberius.
And welcome to the Tiberius Show today, and I'm your host, Tiberius Boy. And as always, we're looking at various jobs and how they affect the world around us. Today's is going to be very interesting. We're going to talk to the RallyCross Chairman of the Central Florida Region, SSCA. Wow, it's a mouthful. Well, do you know what rallycross is? Well, neither do I, but you know what? Let's talk to this guy and find out. Let me introduce our next guest, the one, the only, the amazing David Kincaid.
Oh, thank you so much. It is so good to be here. I appreciate you having me on the show.
No problem. Well, thank you for being on the show. Okay,
Good-
so
to be
yours
here.
is the, let me get this right, the RallyCross Chairman for the Central Florida Region, SSCA. So, for my listeners that have no idea, including me, let's start off with, what is Rallycross?
So, Rallycross is an amateur time trial motorsport. And I know that's a mouthful too, so I'll break that down. Amateur means that anybody can do it. Anybody with a car that wants to come out and race with us can do so. It's a time trial, meaning that you are racing against the clock. And motorsport, I think that's fairly obvious. It's fun with cars.
Huh. So, how is this different from, like, racing in Daytona?
Well, racing in Daytona, they go left, and they do a whole lot of going left. We go left, right, and up and down. We do a lot of racing, and one of the big differences between Rallycross and Daytona circle track racing is we're not door to door. You are alone out on the course, and you are against yourself.
So, is there, like, no other cars to, like, do this? Or is there a special car you need?
There is not a special car that you need. In fact, a lot of the people that come out to our racing will race their car on Saturday and then drive it to school or drop the kids off to school on Monday in it.
That's funny. So, this is like drifting, but, like, on dirt?
Almost like drifting. As you can see behind me, we definitely do get sideways and we have a lot of fun. But in drifting, you are going for style points. It's an exhibition type of racing. For us, you are against the clock, and that is how you compete. Your times are compared against other people.
So, what got you interested in working with Rallycross?
Oh, I have always been invested in cars. And I've really wanted to do rally, stage rally. If you know the World Rally Championship, I always wanted to get involved with that. But that is a lot of money, and that is a lot of time. And for a lot of people like me, it's out of my reach. So I found an amateur motorsport nearby called Rallycross, and I got involved with it. When it came time to change leadership up, there was a risk that the program would not continue if they couldn't find somebody to run it. So I stepped up.
Nice. So, what kind of tasks do you really have to do as the chairman?
As the chairman, it is a lot of paperwork. At the beginning of the year, I have to go through and get the insurance ready. I have to talk to our venues where we have the events, get contracts sorted, get our sanctions done. And even throughout the year with the scoring and the timing and getting everybody the information that they need, it's a lot of paperwork and it's a lot of communication. And it's also a lot of standing in front of people and talking, which I've gotten a lot better with over the years.
So, what is something about Rallycross that most people would not expect?
I think a lot of people expect that you need a lot of money, you need a modified car, you need to put a lot into it before you can even start. And that's not true. We have a lot of people that just show up, it's them, it's their car, and the only thing that you really need for Rallycross is a helmet, and we can provide those. We have loaner helmets. So come as you are and come have fun.
Well, is Rallycross a safe sport?
Rallycross is an extremely safe sport. We have not had any safety incidents or anything like that. It's not like Daytona where you're seeing cars crash out at every race multiple times per race. It's an extremely safe motorsport.
Alright. Well, what type of skills should a kid work on if they wanted to get into rallycross?
That's a really good question. Really, just paying attention, getting used to looking at the world around you, getting used to dealing with things as they come to you, and dealing with information that's coming at you very fast. But aside from that, it's a very friendly motorsport to get into.
What about the coolest part about being the chairman of the organization?
Oh, my favorite thing about being the chairman of this organization is I get to share this passion of mine with a lot of other people. They get to come out and they get to do different types of racing that they thought that they would never have a chance to do. And they realize that it's within their reach, and they come out and they have a great time.
So, do you get free tickets to all the rallycross events?
That is another good part about Rallycross. Attendees, spectators, they are free. You only pay if you are competing in the event, and we keep those costs nice and low.
So, can you list one misconception about rallycross that you might want to clear up for us?
I think a lot of people believe that Rallycross is going to be very hard on your car. I mean, you look at pictures like the one behind me, and you think, oh my goodness, that's going to tear up my car. I'm going to have to repair it after every race. And that's not true. A lot of people just do the basic maintenance, and they're fine with it.
Okay, so can you make a living doing rallycross, or do you have to have a side job?
You can not make a living with Rallycross. We are an entire volunteer organization. We don't get paid for what we do. You can't make a career out of being a driver or running the operation. So you do need a side hustle. Or three.
Alright. So, what is one thing you think kids should know about rallycross?
You can do it. You can absolutely do it. If you are interested in cars and you want to start competing in any kind of motorsport, set your sights on Rallycross or any of the other amateur motorsports that the SCCA has available, and just go ahead and do it.
Well, here seems like a good time to take a quick commercial break. Let's hear a word from our sponsors.
So you want to make an ad for your company, right?
Yeah, Tiberius, you want to help me?
Okay, so what's the name of the company?
PPWND.
PP what?
Professional Pressure Washing and Detailing.
So you like clean driveways?
Yeah, like that. We pressure wash commercial buildings and semi-truck and trailers.
So how would someone get a hold of you?
They can visit my site at ppwnd.com or call me at 407-900-7793.
So I just tell them to call you at 407-900-7793 or visit ppwnd.com?
Yeah, Tiberius, you got it.
Cut, that's a wrap. Just use that.
Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com.
And we're back here talking with David Kincaid. David is also a systems engineer at... Wait, what? Okay, David, I'm just reading this here. You're a senior information systems engineer with Publix? That's awesome. I love Publix. Now, can you really explain what your job is?
My job is fantastic. I get to work with all of the fantastic systems that we have at Publix. I work in the information systems department, which is a surprisingly large part of what you would imagine as a grocery store chain.
Can I have one of those sandwiches in the back?
Hang on, let me reach back here. Nope, just out of reach.
So does that mean that you write all of the code for the registers and advertising displays?
Thankfully, no. I don't write a whole lot of code at all, which is great because I'm not very good at it. But what I do work with are computers, servers, and to a degree, a little bit of networking.
So what type of things do you do on a daily basis as a systems engineer?
Well, I do a lot of logging into applications and making sure that the memory and CPU utilization are fine. Basically, my team works on the health of all of the other systems. So, you know that we have a website, we have a mobile app, we have the registers in the stores and the advertising displays. But beyond that, there is a whole world of infrastructure behind the technology at Publix. So, I work on a lot of that.
So, what got you interested in working as a system engineer?
Well, that's an interesting question because I just sort of fell into it. I never intended to work with computers. I enjoyed working with them, but I never wanted to do it as a career. But no matter where I worked, I was always the computer guy that knew what was going on and, hey, can you come here and fix this? And eventually I just figured I might as well make a career out of this. I'm pretty good at it.
So, if you could make a part of your job easier, what would it be?
Ooh, part of my job easier. Probably dealing with people. They are a lot harder to work with than the computers are.
So, what are some of the greatest challenges that you've had to overcome while working as a systems engineer?
Some of the biggest challenges are issues that happen unexpectedly. When everything is going fine and you're handling routine operations and you're doing maintenance, that's one thing. But when your phone rings at 2 o'clock in the morning and there is something going wrong and you have to figure it out right now, that is extremely difficult. And it means that you need to think on your feet very quickly.
So, what is the craziest thing that has happened with either of your passions?
Oh, the craziest thing. I would say meeting my wife. And I met her through RallyCross. And, you know, when I joined RallyCross, I expected medals, I expected trophies, maybe even a sponsorship, which never happened. But I did not expect to meet the love of my life at a RallyCross. But that happened.
Huh. So, what's the coolest part about working at Publix besides the free cookies?
Oh, besides the free cookies and the pub subs, I really love working at Publix because it's a great environment. It really is a great place to work, and the people that I work with and work for are just incredible, and that makes a world of difference.
So, who can you say has helped or inspired you the most?
I would say my wife. It is incredible when you are a team of two, how much more you can do than just two people on their own. It is the same thing with any kind of a team, but having great people in your corner, as I'm sure your dad is in your corner, it's just wonderful.
So, what's the best advice that you've ever received? And who gave you that advice?
Well, I don't know where it came from because it's been floating around in the motorsports world for a long time. But the advice, when in doubt, apply full throttle. It may not solve the problem, but it will end the suspense. I've always lived by that.
Well, okay. What message do you want to tell
Basically, it
children all
means,
over the world about following your passion?
I would say do it. Find any way that you can to follow and get involved with things that you're interested in, and never tell yourself that something isn't possible until you actually try to do it.
Well, on that note, let's take a quick break to pay some bills.
The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of their dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering to trophies and awards. The cool part about Custom Designs is they can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373 and tell them that
Tiberius
sent you.
Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community and serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties, contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org.
And we're back here with David Kincaid, systems engineer, race car driver. Who knows what this guy does? Well, my dad says that you're still in college while working. and that you're married and have a child, yet still in college. How in the world do you still have time for racing?
Well, remember when I said earlier that my wife is a great partner and we make a great team? It is entirely because she has stepped up and helped me out and gives me the support that I need when we're going through stuff like this.
So, David, what was that one thing that happened in your career that you did not expect?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, I did not expect to be working in computers, much less a senior engineer in a computer department.
Do you think AI has a positive role in your industry, or are you worried it might take over parts of a job and maybe kick someone out of one?
It's a very good question. Very topical, too. I think AI is a fantastic thing for the IT industry, depending on how it is used. It's a fantastic tool, and it's great for augmenting people's jobs, but it's definitely not at the point right now where it's going to take anybody's job. And that's how tools are designed to be used. They're supposed to allow you to do more than you could on your own. And AI is fantastic at that, especially in coding.
Well, if you could go back in time and give your 14-year-old self advice, what would it be?
Ooh, very good question. I would go back and tell myself that just keep going. There is no defined way that you are supposed to live your life. There is no order to you have to get this done at a certain time. As we discussed earlier, I went back to college in 2020. That was around the time that I got married. I didn't find my wife until I was almost 40 years old. And I think a lot of times we have this feeling of our life is supposed to go a certain way. And at 14 is really when you're starting to feel that pressure. And to find out that no matter what happens, you're going to be all right, I think that would be a good thing to pass along.
Well, what was the biggest mistake that you've ever made, and how did it change you as a person?
Wow. The biggest mistake I ever made was staying in a situation that wasn't good for me. And it's what's called the sunk cost fallacy. You think, I've put so much into this that I need to see it through. And sometimes learning that it's okay to change your mind and go a different direction is very eye-opening.
So, what do you do for fun when you're not working?
When I do, in all of the spare time that I have, you mean? I play a lot of computer games. And funny story, that's actually how I met your dad. He used to run a organization called Soul Games, and he put on LAN parties back when you couldn't just game over the internet because it was the 1900s and the internet was slow. So we would all come together in Joe's house, in your dad's house, and set up our computers, which all weighed about 500 pounds each. And we would game with each other. And lately I've been doing Minecraft and Kerbal Space Program because they're fantastic games to just relax and enjoy the vibe. But I've also been getting back into the games that I played back then with your dad.
Yeah, those two are amazing games. And yes, my dad did run that. Yeah, and then I came along when I was 4, and then I started dominating.
At 4 years old, I have no doubt.
So, okay, now we know that you play video games. What's your favorite one?
My favorite one of all time?
All time.
Probably the Half-Life 2 series. The Half-Life 2 almost trilogy.
Amazing series. Yeah. I'm just going to say that now. It's amazing. Now, I know as similar gamers, I don't really like to read, but what's your favorite book?
I love anything by Andy Weir. I love his take on sci-fi. I love the fact that he covers things and writes about things that could theoretically happen or be adjacent to something that could happen not too long from now. But I've read his books over and over. Okay.
So, can you tell me that one story? You know, remember, this is a kid's show, but that one story, well, that you're not supposed to tell me about. Come on, you can tell me.
Oh, that one story I am going to keep close to the chest. This is a kid's show after all, and aside from some things that I do keep close to the chest, I'm an open book. Everybody knows my stories. So I don't have a whole lot to hide anyway.
Huh. Okay. Well, is there anything else you think my listeners should know about you and what you do?
I enjoy what I do very much. I am very busy, but I follow my passions, and I think everybody else should too. It's fantastic to have a job. It's fantastic to have a job that you like doing, but you also need your hobbies and something that you can do out of passion that isn't making you money.
Well, do you have a Facebook or a website for my listeners that want to follow you?
We do. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, and we are on Blue Sky. If you look up Central Florida Rallycross, it will take you right to us. And I also have a website that I believe may be linked in your comment section down below.
Yeah, check down below. Now, what is that one question that you think I forgot to ask you?
I think you forgot to ask me if you can do Rallycross too.
Can I do
Now-
Rallycross?
I think you can. How old are you, Tiberius?
14.
You are 14. Are you over 57 inches tall?
How much is that in feet? I'm sorry.
Oh, aren't you the math guy?
Oh,
It's,
okay, 57. 60 is 5. Yeah, I'm taller than 5 foot.
There you go. Then you can be a passenger in one of our Rallycross cars. And if you come out to one of our events, I will find one, probably more than one person who will be willing to take you around the Rallycross course. We'll get you your helmet, and you can have fun out there just like the rest of us.
That'll be fun. Now, okay, that was pretty good. Now, thank you, David, for being my special guest. Can you stick around for Math Corners?
I will absolutely stick around for Math Corners.
Aw, Dad, my computer's slow again and I can't play my games.
Call your computer solutions today, and we will scan for viruses and clean that computer up remotely and make it fast again. Our phone number is 407-826-0810.
Thanks, Dad, my computer's fast again. Now I can do my homework. Thanks for calling your computer solutions at 407-826-0810.
Tiberius' favorite subject, it's Math Corners!
And now it's time for Math Corners. Thank you so much, David, for helping me with Math Corners. This week, we're doing some more multi-step word problems. My dad is always good at finding new problems for me to solve. And today, we're going to talk about Rallycross.
All right.
That'll be fun, right? So Emma, she is competing in a Rallycross race on a dirt track that is 1.5 miles long. The race requires her to complete 8 laps. How many total miles will Emma drive by the end of the race? And if Emma's average speed is 45 miles per hour, how long will it take her to finish the entire race in minutes and seconds?
Ooh, I like that.
So that's the answer.
Oh, that would be approximately. I'm an engineer, man. I don't do math on the fly in my head.
I'm joking. I gotcha. Well, first, this is a real-world problem because, it's important to ensure you have a good time keeping, during the race. And yes, seconds matter. Sometimes even milliseconds. It's true.
That is true.
Then, to solve this problem, first you have to, figure out how many miles Emma drove for the race. That's pretty easy. I mean, first you have to take the 1.5 miles per lap, times that by 8. That's 12 miles. Easy peasy. Now, my dad was falling behind. Oh, wait. My bad. That's not my part. Now, you have to find time to, how much it takes to finish the race. Now, we know time equals distance divided by speed. So the distance is 12 miles, and the speed is 45 miles per hour, which is 12 divided by 45 hours. Great. Fractions. I hate them. So you divide it, and then you get 2.66666 repeating hours. So you times that by, wait, there's got to be a catch, right? Got to say 60 for the minutes, but if you want seconds, you have to do 60 times 60 and get 3,600, and then do it. Then you get 957.6 seconds. Now, You have 1 minute is 60 seconds, so you can convert that. And then you get 15 minutes and 57.6 seconds.
Very good.
So, David, do seconds matter when you're dealing with racing scores, or can minutes do the job?
Minutes actually cannot do the job, and seconds are only part of the job. In fact, we had a person at the very end of the season last year. The difference between first and second place was a fraction of a second. It was 0.03, I want to say, seconds.
Well, dang. Well, my teacher said that I would use math every day. So I guess you use math at work, but how?
I do not use a lot of math at work, but I use a ton of math with RallyCross. Everything is a time, everything is a decimal, and we have to take averages and find all kinds of different statistics. So everything about RallyCross, on the back end at least, is math.
Well, thank you so much, David, for your help with Math Corners.
Pleasure to help you.
And now it's time for the Heart of a Lion. As you know, we talk about the qualities of living by the Heart of a Lion, which stands for leadership, integrity, obedience, and ability. This week, we're going to talk about leadership. For me, I think leadership is the act of loving what is good, having self-control, and being disciplined. The qualities of leadership are providing guidance and direction, organization, and being a positive influence on others. So, it was a chaotic Monday morning. I mean, the kind where everyone seemed to forget how the drop-off line worked. And, well, I mean, cars were double parking, kids were opening doors in the middle of traffic. Oh, Lord. I mean, a few impatient parents were, like, honking, so it was, like, really loud and stuff. And that's when I noticed Jake, one of the senior volunteers, step up. And instead of just standing there, holding a safety vest, he just took charge. I mean, he waved at the cars with clear signals, like, and, like, directing them exactly where to go. When a minivan blocked the flow of traffic, he jogged over and calmly guided the driver to pull forward. Then, when the little sixth grader hesitated to get out of his car, Jake crouched down, calm, and, like, you know, he calmly, like, gave him a pep talk and told him to grab his backpack. And within minutes, the whole car line started moving just smooth. I mean, parents stopped parking, kids got out of cars faster. I mean, even the stressed out teachers looked kind of relieved. I say kind of, I mean, they're always stressed. But leadership isn't always about being the loudest or the most powerful person in the room. Sometimes it's just about stepping up, staying calm, and helping things run better for everyone. So, David, did you see or use leadership at all this week?
Absolutely. In one of my classes, we are doing a group project, and I noticed that we were starting to fall behind on our schedule. So I called a meeting, and I asked everybody what they needed, how we can all work together, and we got everybody back on track and got it flowing again, just like the car line.
Sweet. Well, of all of the Heart of a Lion virtues, which is the one that you see the most?
Leadership, thankfully.
Well, we should always try to be lion strong in everything we do, shouldn't we?
We absolutely should.
And that's our show, folks. I want to thank the one, the only, the amazing David Kincaid for being on my show. It has been so much fun talking to you today. I think we learned a lot about RallyCross and your work as a systems engineer.
It has been a fantastic time talking to you today, Tiberius.
Do you mind giving your social media and website again?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, it is over my left shoulder here. CFRRX on Facebook, CFR_RX on Instagram, and you can find the two websites here where you can sign up for a RallyCross if you want to.
Ooh. Well, also, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at The Tiberius Show, and I would like to thank WWPR 1490 AM, K1998, Soul Radio 24/7, EasyWay TV, and all the other stations that air my show. And please be sure to visit The Tiberius Show on YouTube and hit that subscribe button. David, please tell me you're subscribed.
I am subscribed twice. I am subscribed to you on YouTube and on my podcast app.
Sweet. Oh, and be sure to leave me a comment if you want to race in RallyCross. I answer all the comments myself. Also, be sure to listen to us next week on The Tiberius Show with your host, Tiberius Boy.